Yo, what's up guys? SWC prelims are going on and I am streaming all of them as a viewer party live on twitch.tv/Seiishizo. So if you want to hang out and check them there, definitely do so. These videos are going to be the highlights of the specific days of the specific region, of their matches that I found most interesting. These might contain spoilers of who's going to win. Also, these will just be the matches that I feel were highlighted, so it will not show the full match of one person to another person, but just actually going for the one matches that I thought like were most exciting and most enjoyable to watch. So I hope you enjoy this video. Sinizek pre-ban, interesting. Yeah, that's a pre-ban we've never seen so far. Also, no more 100% win rate for Sinizek. Ooh, Heigang with a light monkey right away. Also a unit that mr.chung has. Because of the Heigang being on the opposing side right now, you can't really go for Genny Hathor too much. Definitely like those two for mr.chung. So it's gonna leave the Genny Hathor behind. It's not great into a Heigang. Because the moment you start drafting it right now, you're gonna face more and more counters of it. And in this case, you could say Raccoony something, but it's somewhat already counted as well. More would only work if it was a Wild War more, I would say. Riley and the Meowang. Not too bad for both. I just sold my best star artifact. You can rebuy artifacts. As long as they're a hero and up. How? You have to do that in-game, like the repurchase button. It's somewhere at the rune management thing. Like where you want to select for multiple selling at the same time, it's somewhere around there. You have like a repurchase button. Kali Sonia. Wait, Kali is a unit we haven't seen at all yet. Camilla, okay. That's gonna be Sonia Ben. Also, Kali attack buff and speed buff don't really help the whole team too much except the Sonia. The Kali pick is pretty interesting. I'm not really sure if it's gonna be super great here. Because I definitely could see Kali being used with a Shizuka, for example. It's definitely not that bad. But in this case, I'm not sure. Probably, yeah, Kali ban does... Well, wait, no, I kind of expected Sonia ban. Technically, all units we see on the right have potential to be out of range for Sonia to ignore defense. So, let's see how that Sonia is ruined. Do you have enough attack on it? Especially on the Riley. Yep. Oh. No, like especially, I think so. That was probably the hardest target with potentially the highest defense. So, yeah, I kind of expected that not to land. And if you go for an S2 here, you land glancing on the robo, it's GG pretty much. Is mr.chung in? mr.chung is playing at the moment. Was a bit greedy, I think. Yeah, to be honest, like your best, like who would be your best bet on hitting that? Probably the light monkey. But even the light monkey is very most likely high on defense. But to be honest, even if that Riley was dead, like let's say we had a world where the Sonia one-shot it, which I feel is very rare, because even if you make it to the threshold, I don't think you will do enough damage. Speed buff maybe though, but even then. But I don't even think that the 4v3 would have been won. Yeah, can you do it on the monkey? Let's see, just for curiously references. No, like I expected. Like all of those units are tanky enough that a Sonia doesn't... You need like a crazy Sonia to actually even get close. So it's just kind of a weird pick, and therefore for Lusher also a good band value of saying like, okay, I'll keep in that Sonia. It's not gonna land on anyone's anyways. So Sonia's useless. In this case, yes. That's the thing. Sonia has such a high-end rune requirement, which actually gets higher and higher the higher rank you're playing, that Sonia is pretty hard to draft. Yeah, that's the thing. You really need to rune gap someone. And rune gapping on this level is near impossible. The monkey had attack buff too. Doesn't matter. It's defense comparing to Sonia's attack. But all of those units were semi-bruises, which just add in some defense at some point. Like, none of these units would have been low on defense. The only thing that maybe, well, I would say that the Hey Gang was most likely the easiest target to one-shot, but it had no value if you actually killed it. Yeah, Chiwo ban was pretty bad here. Oliver ban was definitely not bad. And technically, the Oliver ban made most sense if the Chiwo was banned. Still goes for the Hathor though, but what do you go Hathor with? Like Masha? Hey Gang? Something like that. Does go for that Hey Gang. Triton, okay, and Tian Lang. Oh, I'm not sure if I like the Tian Lang. Like, I don't think you need more strips. Like, legitimately, all 5 units on the side of Eric.b have a strip. So, Tetra, okay. But yeah, what is the Hey Gang? Oh, wait, Tian Lang is countering the Hey Gang, I guess, to a certain extent. It would be pretty high value if the Chiwo moves in front, and then the Triton has a chance to do S2. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen in this case, so you have to go for an S3. Doesn't land it. Oh, it didn't land on the Hathor, so no pushback on the Hathor. 0 stunts. Okay, Eric.b is gonna have a bad day. You don't want to go for S3 technically. Okay, it does go for the... Ooh, actually pushes back enough. Wow. Okay. Oh, it doesn't land it well. GG. Genny Hathor is online. GG. Rip. Yep. Well, the thing is, the Laura will constantly cycle just by being faster. So if the Laura at some point gets potential... Yeah, the thing is, the units of Eric.b will always lap, and that makes the Genny Hathor combination more difficult. The thing is, the Wusa still gives a lot of protection in there. You kind of just want to go for that S1, hopefully sleep Hathor. It's pretty much the only way. Didn't help. Yeah, the thing is, the Tian Lang didn't make too much sense. If the Tian Lang was a CP, or pretty much anything that would have had kill potential, okay, well, not bad proc. Wait, that thing on Vio might have some potential later. I wouldn't say it has the strongest potential now, but it might have very good potential later. Oh, wow, that's also... Is everything high res here? Well, it's probably res lead, so that definitely does help. You would say that Tian Langs are high accuracy. But with that Laura being Vio, I do see potential, because if it procs out one more time at some point, I think that Eric.b definitely has an option here, because you see every time it's being lapped that much, if you start landing that sleep at some point... Okay. Yeah, the healing of the Wusa is just the big factor, but this is nice. This is exactly what I was meaning. You keep cycling out because you're so much faster on that speed buff with all of your units. And AoE silence is CC technically. So that's a very nice one. No fire proc from that though. Genny will move, but can you kill? Probably not on this. That was killed. That's actually pretty decent damage for the Triton. Nice. Good to see that the Genny Hathor is not rewarding. Too bad that it didn't land too much. There is the slow though, and because of that slow, you're lapping even way more. There's a lot of resist though. I'm not sure about the accuracy of what's it called, Eric B in this case. Yeah, I still would say that the Tianling was pretty bad of a fit here, but because of having the speed lead and then units added like close to 120 base, like multiple, he was able to cycle out of it. And then Genny Hathor is best if Genny and Hathor are the fastest units on the field. Miles pre-ban, Tianling. Interesting. Tianling didn't have too much value in the last game. So I would say that a Laura pre-ban would make more sense from Stan's side. Miles was not used in the last round, but it's not really too bad as a pre-ban. Especially if you have the Wedget on the field. Yeah, actually the Tianling ban makes a lot of sense because you have Wedget on the field. Can you silence Xiangbi? I could make him like lower on the speech if you want me to. I'm gonna keep him in because he fills my silences because I'm still slow as fuck on shit. I would say that Raccoon plus the Wedget is definitely good. Which are you hosting again? YouTube. Ongiyuki. I'm not sure if I like the Ongiyuki in here. Chiwu. Could go Chiwugani. I definitely do like Chiwugani in here right now. Goes for Masha. Okay. Not sure if I like it too much. Does have decent kill potential, but if you had a Gani in here, you would nullify a lot more units that would come in the 4 and the 5th slot. I mean, US Castle like Xiangbi. Are you hosting? How do you mean, who am I hosting? I am not specifically hosting anyone. Or who's the host with us? That's Adam Savage. I feel like he doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah, I guess, to a certain extent. Well, he called out the Chung Pong on that one, though. And I definitely do agree with that. I feel like that the Wusa is somewhat low potential in here. But if there was a Ganymede on the Marsha slot, the whole draft would have looked a lot more chill. Because the Laura Asher has enough damage with the Ganymede for sure. Okay. Oh, Marsha might one-shot. That's actually a very good call. If Marsha one-shots here, if you go for an S2 right now, yeah, it's actually a good idea to go for those S1s. You want to do the same thing on the Wusa, and this will probably kill. If you let armor break, you kill. Oh, doesn't land the armor break. No, no, Eric B, no. No, and also, that's too bad. That procer though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, can you maybe sack slightly less? Like, I'm getting tilted for the RNG on this one. Holy shit. You have the res value and the proc value on pretty much everyone. What? He's still procking, man. I'm not sure what chair he has, but I'm buying that chair. I'm not buying the same chair, I'm buying his chair. Like, wow, proc value on that one. I rest more. Holy shit. 2 turn every single turn, yeah, pretty much. Wait, that was actually the best value you could get for sleeping things. Or sleep more, please. Belly already has third skill because of proc and everything. Holy shit. Procs again. I'm getting tilted for that RNG, man. It's literally 2 turn every turn. We go full YDCB on that one. Issue is you don't really want to... Well, you kind of want to S2. Goes for the S3. Triple Vio build? Yeah, pretty much. That's what it looks like. Issue is that Abelio still has passive. Like, Abelio always had passive every round. Are you fucking kidding me? How? Stan, stop it. Seek help. What? That's 12. How? He still manages to kill something, with all due respect. How? Doesn't have the heal. He really needed that heal in this case. Don't tell me you proc into... No, okay, thank you. It does have the potential for... Okay, it does go for the kill. S1 sleep, you procs. Thank you, finally, something. Do you kill? Doesn't kill. Oh, sliver of health. Sliver of health. Wusa's gonna have the skills up. You have to sleep as one. Doesn't get sleep as one though, and Laura already used the S3. So yeah, Cigar's gonna get up for skills. Timing of the proc not really useful. Armor break into the Abelio. Abelio is glanced. Glancing actually does succeed. Okay, I see potential. You would have to still go S3 though, I guess. But Wusa will kill you if you go S3. Does go for the S2. Yeah, it's that... The big issue is that it's at killing range. Plus the Abelio will go at some point. But even with this bad RNG, look at how far eric.b came. Sleep as one Wusa. Do it. Do it. What? No. No, the S2. The S2. GG's. Wow. Man, that Abelio went double every freaking single time. eric.b definitely deserved to win that one. Holy shit. That was not back and forth. That was a lot of one-way. It's like that quote from Wolf of Wall Street. It's a one-way street, whichever way I go. That's how one-way it was. It would have been very deadly, but this was too early, so... Very well played by eric.b, very well drafted. Yeah, that Ongyuki kill was super nice. Yeah, this is super deserved for eric.b just from the previous match. Definitely do like the Juno in here. Segment, I'm not too sure if... I hope it's not the segment style that we saw in the America's Cup, because the segments in America's Cup, they were bad. Rakuni Miles, definitely do like to see that combination in here. Abelio, Leo. I would say that Leo, well, you kind of have to ban the Rakuni then. Abelio, Leo, the combination is pretty solid though. If there was no Abelio on the field, you would just simply vert it, keep the Leo in or something. But I think he will draft something that he will get Leo off the field. Still goes for that vert though, so you might actually keep Leo in. And then still ban that Abelio. That is an option though. Yep. Okay. Predicted both of those. Rakuni ban is pretty nice as well. Rakuni ban is the safest of bans for real.d. Because it's kind of a gamble ban for real.d, whereas mr.chung has the more of the deciding ban, I would say. And then if you go for the safe ban on that, Rakuni is definitely a good ban. So good bans throughout. You don't have any sustain on the side of Chung right now. Wait, isn't that somewhat in to not go speed lead as well? Because if you don't go speed lead, Chi was gonna outspeed you. If he were to go speed lead, Sekhmet would have outsped the monkey. So I think it's a pretty bad choice to not go for speed lead there. Good one for that counter plus a stun. If this stuns the Vert or the monkey, doesn't. Wait, how is that? Is that a swift Vert? How is that Vert moving in front of the monkey though? Okay, wait, everyone except the Juno. You can't have a more perfect world than that. Legitimately, you cannot have a more perfect world than that. Wait, how much is that Juno doing for S1? Yeah, this is exactly why you don't go Juno with only additional damage by speed. This Juno only has additional damage by speed and therefore doesn't do any damage most likely. It's doing a decent amount. Wait, is it having extra damage on fire or some weird shit? Because it does an insane amount of damage on the fire one compared to the others. Yeah, I feel like that Juno has damage on fire. That's the only thing that would make sense. But why the hell would you put damage on fire on the Juno? Yeah, I definitely don't think real.d comes back from this. real.d definitely had to have the speed lead. If you have the speed lead, your segment can outpace the what's it called? The monkey. You can S3 the monkey, and it will take a lot more time for skills to get online. Might be. Well, also the Miles. Like, Miles is not gonna have minus fire, so that part doesn't make too much sense. G2 to G3 diff? Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, solid pick by that Vert, definitely. That's the thing why I don't really like a Leo in most positions. Because Leo technically is one of those drafts where you say, like, okay, you make the decision, do you keep Leo in or not? Is that Light Monkey Despair? I don't think so. It might be. I would definitely put my monkey on Vio, 100%. Okay, still goes Robo Olivers. That is actually pretty fair because you can draft Neftis at a later stage too. Neftis is on ladder. Early picking Neftis makes sense, but in here, if you know the enemy doesn't have it, you might as well steal an Oliver. Q is definitely nice. Tianlang is banned, but I think Tianlang also would have been like a good fit here. Jemaya is definitely not bad. Could go for Juno Rakuni in this case. Could also go Juno Neftis, but it's a little bit worse, I would say. Yep, he does go for that Rakuni. Mayawang plus something is pretty good for eric.b in this case. Nikki, okay. Nikki's not too great in that Oliver here. Vert would be pretty good too. Vert Mayawang, I would definitely like that. Asher? Or wait, not Asher, Vigor? What, why? Vigor is hard counted by Juno. Vigor is hard counted by Oliver. I don't see any Vigor value here. Like, Vigor would be nice if there was like a Vertihile on the enemy team, but Vigor doesn't make any sense. Yeah, and the Diana does make a lot of sense. Don't like it. But there's also no hard CC except for the Laura, so you're having an AoE strip comp without any proper CC. So I'm not sure, like, even if you push back right now, I do hope that that figures in, like, crazy fast and would kill off the Robo in one go. Like, if you push back right now, okay, that's nice. Juno Revenge is annoying, but as long as it doesn't Despair Stun the Nikki, I think you're still in a good spot. Don't Despair Stun. Oh, really? Really? Eric.b, like, besides I didn't really like this draft all too much, he has really bad luck. Wow. GG's, man, wow. Counter into full AoE Despair Stun and landing the 2 strips it still had to land. That's why I keep saying I hate Despair so much more than I hate Vaya. Does do good damage. It was actually very good runes. Still not really sure why you put such good runes on Vigor though. It's not special league. But wow, that Juno, man. Because I think if there would have been the Nikki S3 into the Vigor S3, would have been that Robo 100%. Despair Stun should be gate capped. I've been saying it so many times, I've mentioned it. Another Despair Stun. Despair Stun doesn't go down. Despair Stun does not go down in rate. You can technically Despair Stun 25% of the time, all the time. It's not gonna go down to like 20 or 15 or 10 or anything. No, it stays 25%. And he actually managed to land about like 8 in a row. Yeah, they definitely made Despair too OP. Like, holy shit, wow. But also just the counter. Like, you have a 15 checker to get countered because otherwise the Juno wouldn't even have moved. And then the Juno manages to go 2 times on the 90%, lands those as well, and then a quad 25% on top of that. So the whole sequence of that RNG into the next S2 that you do also triple stunning, that whole RNG sequence tells me that you should buy lottery tickets right now. Because you're gonna win, like, you're gonna win the lottery you didn't even participate in. That's how lucky you are at this point. Yeah, oh, that also, wow, yeah, that's a good factor too. Juno resisted the glancing. If Juno didn't resist the glancing, there would have been odds where Juno didn't triple crit and didn't get the turn. Keep in that value too. We add another 50% on that one. Wow, the sequence of... I think that is the heaviest RNG sequence I've seen in SWC so far. Oliver. Oliver more CP. Hey gang, with the monkey. Rakuni Juno? Not really. Yeah, it is an option. Wait, hey. That has to be Swift Vert, because Vert is already hard counted by Genny as well. I kind of like the Gianna, but only if she's Swift. Triton. Triton would be must ban, I would say. Yeah, the thing is with Tomoe could CC your whole team, but also could decide to be like, no, we're not gonna do anything. So yeah, Triton is a must ban here. Other side, you have a few options. Depending how much will runes you have, you could go for Chiwu or Gianna. Or even the Light Monkey. Yeah, also the thing is that Gianna on Swift wouldn't really fit here all too well. So I'm not really sure about the Gianna pick. Because you're gonna Chiwu skill anyways. Wait, Gianna moves next, so you're not gonna do anything on this right now. You're just gonna S1 the Chiwu, the CP or something. And then you're gonna skill 3 here, because everything will. Does land everything. Nice. That's very good. Glancing just didn't land on the CP, but CP is controlled as well. Yeah, this is pretty much a GG. Well, you still have to land the skills of Gianna to get anywhere. I would definitely skill 3 here, actually, because I don't think that third, I think the third is via revenge. Fucking Gianna bombs. You're not even the best dodder in game, you're just the best getting another turn from your S2 for no reason in game. Uh-oh, despair stunts. Uh-oh, despair stunts. No despair stunts. How much can you crit with your glancing? 1 critter. Yeah, I think Chung is in a pretty solid position still. I'm pretty sure it's a Vio Vert. If Vert Vio's out right now and he creates a bunch of them, it would be pretty good, but without that, it's pretty difficult. Yeah, this is pretty much over. I think it's a Swift Vert. Swift Vio or Swift Will Vert? It's pretty odd though. It was also decently fast, but not crazy fast. Once again, Gianna doesn't decide to land any bombs. It would have went after Gianna. True. Well, Gianna could be Swift though. We haven't seen the Gianna Fire proc, right? Ooh, good sleeper from the Chiwu though. But yeah, I think, well, it's still not fully over yet. Well, Oliver should say that it's over. Yeah, Oliver would say it's over. Oh, that resist though. If he didn't get the resist with that proc, it would be insane. How many dispersants we're getting on? Wait, why would you? What? What? You're saving it for later for what? What? Why are you inting so much and not using your glancing hits? Wait, what? Why would you not just S3 and S2 there? He thought more a passive? It could be, I don't know. Even down glancing the more is never bad. Plus potentially despair stunning it. Let's go for that Hathor. Hathor is most likely banned. I would say Rakuni ban and we would say a Hathor ban. Makes sense both sides. However, so who's going to win is pretty hard to determine. Wait, Oliver of Will? Who the hell places Oliver of Will? That's dangerous as fuck. Like, what would the offset on a Oliver if you don't decide to go for Will? Big question is that, yeah, if you were to S3, you would have been cut anyways. So, I'm not too sure about that as well. Despair Revenge could be. But yeah, you reset the Gianna right now and it's GG. Oliver needs a lot of work. Wait, why would you? Oh, wait, you don't really care about the Gianna S3. You cleanse it anyways. Oliver broken set. It could be Nemesis. Could be a thing. I'm not really entirely sure what for. Okay, that's the first skill on the side of your die though, but... Yeah, there's not too much healing and you're gonna Oh, that's not really a proc you wanted, because there was 2-turn immunity on the other unit still. Okay. Oh, your diet might actually be in a pretty good spot here, because Oliver cycling. Oh, Mr. Chung with a nasty sleeper over there. But I still think that Yodaya is in a better spot, because Ganymede is still, well, I say nothing, Ganymede has skills up. But yeah, there's control, but there's a lot more control on the other side, so Yodaya definitely wins this. Solid draft, kind of like it. Can we get away with despair stunts, please? Can we get the despair stunts out of here? But yeah, solid drafting from Yodaya. Funny enough, Yan Hong ban, Yodaya hasn't even used that. Yodaya actually did pull like good amount of LDs over the years. Does Chung still go for the Chiwo without having the potential for the monkey? He could go Chiwo Gani. Still Chiwo Gani. Do you go for your Raccoony stuff? No, still goes for the Asher. Did work out very well, the Asher Gianna last time. Well, we're looking at the same team as last time. Last time it was a Miles plus something. Yeah, double Robo would actually be pretty good into this as well. We'd still go Miles. I'm not sure, but double Robo would be pretty solid. The only issue is double Robo would be answered by a third, and then you kind of have to ban the third. He bans speed lead, you get outsped, you get fucked. So Nafty's Laura kind of like that more. Especially since you know that the Gani, Praha, Nikki, and probably Fifth are going to be willed. So that also means that you would kind of be forced to pick a Hey Gang right now, ban the Hey Gang. And the Asher is going to outspeed the G1 anyway. So I do think that Jediah has a quite good favor here. It's just a big question, how much does Gianna land? And how much of like Nikki Gani proc out? But it's Hey Gang ban for sure. Other side, any ban would kind of result in like a bad match to a certain degree. I think Nafty's ban is giving you most odds of being potentially in RNG favor. Goes for the Asher. Wait, why Asher ban and why Gani ban though? I am not liking those bans. I'm not liking the Gani ban. I'm absolutely not liking the Gani ban. That doesn't make any sense. Like, what is the Gianna point right now? There's none. And since the Gianna Swift with 33 lead should always outspeed. Okay, if this lands right now, you can just go for Pra skill 3 and we're pretty much done. Yep. I would definitely go for it, mainly against Oliver. It could miss on Oliver, it's on the dress. Okay, that is pretty nice for Yudayo. The thing is, you can never use Gian S3. Oh, that is sleeper as 1 though. That a sleeper as 1. Yeah, if the Nikki goes for multiple as once, it's super GG. Doesn't land it though. Okay, are you going to wait 1 turn and get your glancing off? You kind of have to use your skill too right now, but you kind of want to wait as well. Actually did land an insane amount. For being glanced, you actually landed an insane amount. You couldn't have S3 there anyway, so it's not too bad. Your die is not too bad in the spot because the Nefties did a lot of work while being glanced. She nearly landed everything. Just very rare. Nikki could proc and then live with the sliver of help. Your Dio Nefties did put some nice work in there, that's for sure. Okay, yeah, that's gonna die. Pra's gonna be silenced. Oh, yeah, wait. The cleansing doesn't matter. Wow, Yudai actually made the comeback as well. It was heavy on that Nefties. The Nefties did so much work landing everything there. Because there's very good odds that Nefties on glancing decides to land like 1 debuff. You don't get silence in. There were 3 armor breaks on the 3 important units because armor break in the Heigang wasn't important. There was glancing everywhere. And Yodayo makes the victory, so... Well, truth to be told, Yodayo, if you play 10 matches to qualify, you deserve to win. You definitely do deserve to win. Plus, Yodayo has some crazy LDs under his belt right now. Because besides what we just saw on the field with Nefty's Gianna Laura, he also has that Yunhong. Lost my predictions again. Well, I actually predicted for Yodayo and Eric.b. So Eric.b I lost. Yodayo made it in.